and I want to welcome you to the current sessions live at South by Southwest. I'm very excited because, you know, this is a world where every now and then you get kind of stuck into the cynicism, and there's a fantastic new album on the way. It's coming out in May, and it's going to be called Be More Kind. Put your hands together, give a warm welcome, Frank Turner.
Good afternoon, South by Southwest. How is everyone doing? Are we having a nice time? My name's Frank Turner. I come from England. This is going to be my 927th show this week. Has anyone here seen any of the shows I've done so far? Yeah, a couple. All right, I'll do my best to do something I haven't done before, but we'll see how we do. The sleeping souls are at home, abed. No, that's not a conversation, is it? Anyway, so listen, we're going to play some songs. I'm going to start off with the title song for the record once I finish tuning this guitar. This song is called Be More Kind, and it goes like this. History's been leaning on me lately. I can feel the future breathing down my neck. And all the things I thought were true when I was young and you were too turned out to be broken. And I don't know what comes next in a world that has decided that it's going to lose its mind. Be more kind, my friends. Try to be more kind. It's just a suggestion. And everywhere I look, they're raising walls now, like hackles raised upon a cornered cat. On the borders in our heads, between the things that can and can't be said, we've stopped talking to each other, and there's something wrong with that. So before you go out searching, don't decide what you will find. Be more kind, my friends. Try to be more kind. You should know you're not alone. And trouble comes and trouble goes, and how this ends, no one knows. So hold on tight when the wind blows. The wind blew both of us to sand and sea, and where the dry land stands is hard to say. As the current drags us by the shore, we can no longer say for sure who's drowning or if they can be saved. But when you're out there floundering like a lighthouse, I will shine. Be more kind, my friends. Try to be more kind. Like a beacon reaching out to you and yours, for me and mine. Be more kind, my friends. Try to be more kind. In a world that has decided that it's going to lose its mind, be more kind, my friends. Try to be more kind. Thank you so much. Is everyone enjoying their festival so far? Are we having a good time? Me too. And it's not over yet. There's still more to come. There's always more to come. And I'm so excited I am actually going to tune this guitar again. That's how punk I am. Anyway, I'm actually doing something completely insane later today as well that I might require your help with. And I'll tell you more about that in a little bit. But in the meantime, here's another song. Could I get a little bit more guitar on the stage, please? Some mornings I pray for evenings, for the day to be done. Some summer days I hide away and wait for rain to come. As it turns out hell will not be found within the fires below. We're making do and muddling through when you know where else to go. Then I remember you and the way you shine like truth in all you do. And if you remember me, you could save me from the way I tend to be, the way I tend to be. Nice singing, everybody. That kind of thing is heartily encouraged around here. Some days I wake up days, my dear, and I don't know where I am. I've been running now so long I'm scared I've forgotten how to stand. And I stand around in airport bars and gather thoughts to think. If all I had was one long road, it would drive a man to drink. Then I remember you and the way you shine like truth in all you do. And if you remember me, you could save me from the way I tend to be. 'Cause I said I love you so many times that the words kinda die in my mouth. And I meant it each time with each beautiful passion, but somehow it never works out. But you stood apart in my calloused heart and you taught me, and here's what I learned. That love is about all the changes you make and not just three small words. Then I catch myself catching your scent on someone else in a crowded space, and it takes me somewhere I cannot quite place. Here we go. And then I remember you and the way you shine like truth in all you do. And if you remember me, you could save me from the way I tend to be, the way I tend to be. Hey! The way I tend to be, the way I tend to be.
Heck yeah. That is Frank Turner, the new album. It's coming out in May. It's called Be More Kind. We're going to get to some more songs in just a little bit. I know you guys are eager to hear more. But I did want to say a couple of things to Frank Turner and have him say some things
Hello.
back. Hi. First of all, I have to say that you should know you're not alone. When I first heard that, that was the thing that really stood out in the new song, Be More
you.
Kind. And I felt like that needed to be repeated.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I mean, I guess, I don't want to sit here and talk about grand sweeping themes
Yeah.
for a record, because that makes me sound much more cogent in my writing process than I really am. But, I think that I wanted to write a record about the state of the world. I hesitate to call it political because it's not like an anti-flag record, And I love Anti-Flag. They're good friends of mine. But you have to be quite sure of yourself to write those kinds of songs, and I'm not. Partly because I'm getting older, and partly because the world's gone completely insane. So I was trying to write a record along. It's quite difficult to write fist-pumping anthems that go, I have no idea what's going on. But I tried. And I think that the thing is that everything, common humanity is really important right now. Social media dehumanizes your opponents necessarily, and I think it's really important to remember that the people you disagree with are also people, and that we're all confused and everybody's terrified. Even the people who you shout out on Twitter before breakfast are also scared and confused. And if we all remember that, then maybe we've found some common ground. So we're not alone in this idea of looking around and going, what the... Anyway, I'm trying not to swear. We're on the radio.
No, it's all right. It's the internet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're streaming.
Fuck it.
Yeah, exactly.
Such a cheap round of applause. But anyway, Karen.
I like it. I take those too. So we don't have to go too deep into the lyrics because
we can.
I mean, if you want to.
Hey,
1933, my
Ooh.
friend. That's a whole
Yeah,
heck of
that's
a lot.
the song. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That one's already got a few of the "why don't you just shut up and play" kind of emails.
I know.
To which there's a 2-word reply, by the way, for anyone who's curious, and that 2-word reply is The Clash. That's the end of that shit. Anyway.
I want to talk about a couple of things. One that I saw on Twitter, which was that you did somebody really likes Twitter.
Yes! Let's hear it for Twitter.
Is that you said something about a one-take song. And you don't have to tell us what it was, but I'm curious what you meant by that and how that happens in the studio.
Okay, so, I mean, I think most people are aware at this point there's a fair amount of trickery that goes on in the studio. With the previous record we did, Positive Songs, we actually didn't do any of that, and that was kind of the vibe for that record. We played all the songs kind of live. We cut the vocals again afterwards, but otherwise it was kind of a live performance record, like they used to do in the 60s, man. This time around, because there's a lot of kind of weird electronic influence on the record, there was quite a lot of kind of weird studio trickery going on. And after making 12 songs in that vein, I thought it'd be kind of fun to have one song on the record that wasn't in that vein. And so I just set up with a guitar in a room and with just kind of a few microphones around the place, and the guys at Sleeping Souls picked up their instruments one by one and joined in, and it's kind of a beautiful kind of organic thing, which sort of hopefully counterbalances some of the I've discovered the arpeggiator function on a synthesizer kind of stuff, which takes over the rest of the album.
Speaking of synthesizers and technology, you have a DJ gig? A couple of DJ gigs?
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's interesting, actually, because that actually feeds into this record. So there's a thing. It happened the last time I was at South by Southwest. I met a guy called Dan. He's a very nice guy. He runs club nights, indie rock and punk rock club nights in the UK. He says, do you want to be a DJ? I said, no. He said, do you want to be a DJ for this much money? And I said, yes. When do I start? Essentially, I get paid to get drunk in public.
Yeah.
And play Queen Greatest Hits Volume 1 and Rancid Out Come the Wolves. Those are my influences for anyone who's curious. But one of the things I noticed in doing... Well, the first thing is, the very first time I did it, I didn't play any of my own songs, because really. And then people were enervated by this, and apparently you're supposed to play some of your own songs while you DJ.
I don't know.
It's
I
the
don't
most
know about
awkward
that.
thing ever. You press play on a recording of yourself and stand there and go... I'm not singing right now. I'm not even going to pretend I'm singing. Anyway, but one of the things I noticed in doing that is that whilst these are kind of indie rock clubs, they're very white. You know what I mean? There's not much actual dancing. There's sort of indie kids doing this, which is me as well, by the way. But I realized they don't really have that many songs that survive in a proper kind of dance club format, and I wanted to write some songs like that.
So that's kind of the new album.
That's where some of the influence of the new record came from. I wanted a club banger.
Yeah, I know. I just want people to be dancing to 1933 and then all of a sudden crying. Just what?
Hopefully for the right reasons, rather than this is awful.
Well, let's get some more music, you guys. Frank
Yeah.
Turner here, new album,
Thank you so
Be
much for
More
having me.
Kind.
So, this is actually the song that I was talking about quite a lot just then. It's a song called Blackout. It's the first sort of single proper. It came out at midnight last night. So there is a chance that some of you have now actually heard it. Now, the problem is that I find it quite hard to sing and play this song at the same time. This is obviously a skill I'm going to have to acquire as time goes by. So we're going to give it a go. But I just rescued Will Varley from the gates of hell, if anyone knows who he is. And therefore, I've had a couple of beers. So this could go either way. But anyway, this song's about the world falling apart and what we do about that. This song's called Blackout. watching your favorite show. When the TV died, the biggest power cut in your neighborhood since 1989. A blackout in the center of town, but down in the suburbs where it first went out, they've been asking the question. Are you afraid of the darkness? Are you afraid of the darkness? I'm afraid of the darkness too. In the hospital, on the critical ward, too long a breath between the break and the backup of her life support. One system failure and it stopped her heart. One power vacuum and we're coming apart. We should be asking the question. Are you afraid of the darkness? Are you afraid of the darkness? I'm afraid of the darkness too. We're all caught in a blackout, trying to feel our way out. Wait for the morning, I'll be waiting for you. Meet me in the middle, meet me in the middle, and bring a burning candle with you. Meet me in the middle, meet me in the middle, and I will be there waiting for you. I was in my comfort zone, I was singing selfish songs. I've been taken for granted, everyone understood how easy trouble comes. But it's not enough anymore. You can't just turn around and close the door on a world that's asking uneasy questions. We should be asking ourselves uneasy questions. Are you afraid of the darkness? Are you afraid of the darkness? I'm afraid of the darkness too. We're all caught in a blackout, trying to feel our way out. Wait for the morning, I'll be waiting for you. So meet me in the middle, meet me in the middle, bring a burning candle with you. Meet me in the middle, meet me in the middle, and I will be there waiting for you. Meet me in the middle, meet me in the middle, bring a burning candle with you. Meet me in the middle. Let's try this one. Blacking in and out in a strange flat in East London. Somebody I don't really know just gave me something to help settle me down, to stop me from always thinking about you. And you know your life is heading in a questionable direction when you're up for days of strangers and you can't remember anything except the way you sounded when you told me you didn't know what I should do. Hey! It's a long road up to recovery from here, a long way back to the light. It's a long road up to recovery from here, a long way to making it right. So I've been waking in the morning just like every other day, and just like every boring blues song I get swallowed by the pain, and so I fumble for your figure in the darkness to make it go away. But you're not lying there any longer, and I know that that's my fault. So I've been pounding on the floor, I've been crawling up the walls, I've been dipping in my darkness, the serotonin boosters, cider and some kind of smelling sauce. It's a long road up to recovery from here, a long way back to the light. It's a long road up to recovery from here, a long way to making it right. But on the first night we met, you said, well, darling, let's make a deal. If anybody ever asks us, let's just tell them we met in this really fucking hot shed in the middle of South by Southwest. And this is the story that I'm sticking to like a stony-faced accomplice. Tonight I need to hear the truth. Am I ever getting through this? Yeah, you once sent me a letter that said if you're lost at sea, close your eyes and catch a time of deer and only think of me. Oh darling, now I'm sinking and I'm as lost as lost could be. I was hoping you could drag me on from down here towards my recovery. Hey! You could just give me a sign, just a subtle little glimmer, some suggestion that you'd have me. If I could only make me better, then I would stand a little stronger as I walked a little taller all the time. Because I know you are a cynic, but I think I can convince you. Because broken people can get better if they really want to. At least that's all I have to tell myself if I am hoping to survive. So I rode up to recovery from here, a long way back to the light. So I rode up to recovery from here, a long way to making it right. Hey! Darling, sweet lover, won't you help me to recover? Darling, sweet lover, won't you help me to recover? Darling, sweet lover, won't you help me to recover? Darling, sweet lover, one day this will all be over. Cheers. So listen, here's the thing, couple of public service announcements. This afternoon, I'm shooting some kind of guerrilla music video type affair on 6th Street in the middle of Austin. And I'm not going to tell you any more about it other than I will be dressed like a fucking asshole. So if any time after about 5 o'clock, if you're walking past Buffalo Billiards on 6th Street, just keep an eye and we can hang out and we'll do that. I am going to have to scoot as soon as I've done this to go and get ready for that, okay? If that's cool. Secondly, I've done 4 songs so far. I count my shows, as some people may know, and my rule for what counts as a show is it's got to be at least 5 songs, and there's got to be more people in the audience than on the stage, which hasn't always been the case, let me tell you. But if I do one more song, then this counts as show number 2,141. My voice is suffering a little bit from South by Southwest-itis. But I thought I might play the song that we were talking about, actually, the one take song. So I'm going to finish with a new song. Who the fuck does that? This song's called Get It Right. And it's about 2 expressions that I think we could all bear to use a little more when we argue with people, myself included, which is, the first one is, I don't know. Try using that every now and again. And the other one is, I've changed my mind. Because I think we should try and admit that we don't know what we're talking about, and we should admit we've changed our minds every now and again. So here we go. Last night I had a vision of people having conversations instead of talking without listening and pretending that the news was new. Last night I had a vision of people asking questions instead of staring at their tiny screens and pretending that they knew what to do. Take a breath, try these besides. I don't know, I changed my mind. Between life and death, we'll find the time to get it right. The end of the song has a sing-along, and we're going to sing it together. I'll teach it to you, all right? Last night I had a vision of people being congratulated instead of ridiculed and hated for admitting that they made mistakes. And I'm sick and tired of having visions that keep coming to me nightly. That shouldn't be so very unlikely if everybody's ready for some changes to make. Take a breath, try these besides. I don't know. I changed my mind. Between life and death, we'll find the time to get it right. Ba ba da 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 ba ba da ba. Ba da 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 ba ba da ba. Ba da 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 ba ba da ba. Let's try and get it right. That's the Alliance, everybody. Ba da 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 ba ba da ba. Ba da 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 ba ba da ba. Ba da 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 ba ba da ba. Let's try and get it right. I thought we were in Austin, Texas. I must have been wrong. Ba da 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 ba ba da ba. Ba da 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 ba ba da ba. Ba da 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 ba ba da ba. Let's try and get it right. Louder. Ba da da ba ba da ba. Ba da da ba ba da ba. Ba da da ba ba da ba. Let's try and get it right. One more time. Ba 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 da ba. Ba 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 da ba. Ba 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 da ba. Let's try and get it right. Take a breath and try these besides. I don't know. I changed my mind. There it is. Thanks very much. My name's Santana. I'll see you guys on 6th Street.
Woo! Keep it going for Frank Turner. New album out May 4th. Be More Kind. Thank you, sir. Thank you, guys. It's another Current session live at South by Southwest. Keep checking back at thecurrent.org. Thanks, you guys.